Well, hello, friends. This is Bob Ferguson, and this is another episode in Civic Talks with Bob Ferguson. And today it is my pleasure, it's always my pleasure, when Mendy McAdams is my guest. We're going to be talking everything chamber and specifically what's doing with the chamber in this wonderful season. So, Mendy, great to have you with me.
Thanks for having me, Bob. So it's the holiday season, and so our office is currently covered in glitter and Christmas stuff. And our little magic elves from the Fairfield Streets Department are slowly getting everything moved to the square. You'll see some new pieces this year. You'll see some upgraded pieces this year. And it was an expensive year for the chamber. When we took the elf house apart, the elves' hands were all broken and falling apart, and some of their heads were falling off, and their legs were all broken. And thankfully, we have a really great artist named Eric Goodrich here in town, and he spent a lot of hours molding new hands and new legs and attaching feet and attaching heads. And now they're back and beautiful. And our Skills USA kids have upgraded the house and made it weatherproof now, and made a new roof for it. So I'm really excited to see that when it's all done.
That's so great. So, how does this all fit into the sort of the mission of the chamber? I think some people may not even be completely aware of all the things that chamber does. So, why don't we just kind of go over that a little bit before we go into more holiday activity?
Absolutely. The chamber, it used to be I start a business, I joined the chamber, and that's just what people did. The chamber was a way to prove that you were relevant, you were a legitimate business, you cared about your community. And a chamber has really changed over the years. We find ourselves changing almost weekly based on what our members need. So we support business, we connect our members, so there's always networking opportunities. We support our members in whatever that is. If they need to find out about a grant, if they need an expert in a certain field, if we don't know that person or they're not in our membership, we have a state and a national association that we belong to. So we are able to go and find those experts for them. And then we celebrate their successes. We do the awards banquet and we give away awards. We celebrate those big milestones. Whitney Monument just turned 150. That was a huge deal. TDT just turned 50 this year. So we like to celebrate those monuments. We are very event heavy. And the reason that the holiday lighting ceremony specifically and Santa on the Square speaks to our mission, it's our way of giving back to our community. We do a lot of events and our community needs community support either in attending those events and sponsoring those events and making those chamber box purchases to keep our money local, all of those things. So this is our way of giving back to our community. And we are very proud to be one of the only free, 100% free Christmas options and holiday options in the area. We don't charge. You get hot cocoa and cookies for free. The kids get books and candy canes for free. The ornament is free. The photo with Santa is free. The horse-drawn wagon rides on Friday of the holiday lighting ceremony, all free. And that's because our sponsors understand this is the holiday season, and we understand. I always tell people if you are a Grinch, work in the Santa house one night and you will lose all of your Grinchiness. You see children who come in there who don't have a warm coat on or maybe don't have a warm hat on. And that candy cane book and ornament that they get in Santa's house may be the only Christmas gift that they have. And that is what it's all about for us.
It's so great. So there is this outreach to the community, the giving back to the community. But I can tell you from firsthand experience how proactive the chamber is. When I have something to promote, I get a hold of Claire and Claire says, "What do you want?" And I send her a bunch of stuff. And as if by magic, this is like high dollar, high dollar time. And we get this wonderful promotion set up. So it really is very holistic set of services. It's not just performative, as you said. It's not just join the chamber and because that's a check mark and that's what you do. You are really there for us as business people.
Yes, and when our members call and say, I need this, we work our hardest to make that happen. I've recently started reporting to my board some things that we've done in the background that we don't take credit for, that we just want to make sure happen. So when Katie Boatwright with the after school program says, hey, we're having an enrichment event and I need 500 bottles of water, where should I get them? I have two members I can call and say, can you go deliver 500 bottles of water for free to the school? They'll give you a shout out. Right. Those are the kinds of things. The crossing guards. Melanie Carlson reached out and said, I'd really like the crossing guards that first cold snap day to have a warm beverage to have at their crosswalk. We called Hy-Vee and Starbucks stepped up and they gave that. We had another member ready to do that as well. So we make sure that if our members need stuff, we're there. We donate $100 in chamber bucks to the 4-H when they give out their awards in January. That's really important to us. Our Skills USA kids make our ornaments and they've done the Santa house. And in return, they send us their 5 tools that's on their wish list to make it easier, to add detail, whatever that looks like, and we buy those for them. So we want to support our community just like our community supports us.
Well, that's so great. So let's do a rundown on everything that's going to be happening with the chamber and on the square between now and Christmas, and then we'll wrap up.
Okay, so Black Friday, join us on the square promptly at 5:30. We will carol, and at about 5:55, I will announce the Citizens of the Year. They will push the plunger at 6 p.m., welcoming the holiday season, and Santa will open his house. There's horse-drawn wagons, free cocoa, cookies, ornaments, books, candy canes, you name it, it'll be there. And then every Friday and Saturday from Black Friday to December 20th, you can catch Santa in his house. And we are really fortunate that businesses have stepped up to volunteer in there. We've got our community Santas and we have our steadfast original professional Santa who we adore. So everybody steps up Christmas. It takes everybody to make Christmas happen.
So, Mendy, thank you very much for everything that you and Claire does and all of your wonderful interns. Is the intern back at school now? Must be, or is he still with you?
He's still with us. Archer is a senior, and he just signed to play baseball. So we're very proud of Archer, and he's staying with us to the end of the year. So we will be looking for our next intern this summer, and then next fall we'll pick a new high school kid.
Well, Mendy, as always, it's great to have you with me, and we are going to have a bang up holiday season, aren't we?
That's right.